No, this video isn't about diamonds, emeralds, or rubies. Gemstones are one of the most interesting concepts in the world of Toaru, also known as Uncut Gems, depending on the translation. They are a type of Esper, named as such both to being naturally rare and the immense value they possess in the world due to their superpowers. Gemstones are surrounded in mystery in the series, and in this video I'll be doing my best to explain what they are, in addition to the theory I have revolving around their existence. If you're familiar with the world of a certain magical index and a certain scientific railgun, then you should know Espers are the students of Academy City who develop psychic abilities through drugs and experiments, with their powers revolving around the concept of Schrodinger's cat, being able to influence the reality they perceive with the one in their head. Basically, overly complicated quantum physics. Since the students of the city are normal humans like you and me before participating in the power curriculum program, they are considered to be artificial espers, as man-made drugs and technology are used to turn them into walking, talking railguns and particle accelerators, to name a couple examples. But did you know there are also natural espers? That's where gemstones come in. Rather than developing their power in Academy City, gemstones gain their ability via the environment around them without the need for drugs, basically comparing artificial diamonds to the real deal. As what if the specific phenomena that is created artificially in Academy City to produce espers could also happen in the natural world without human assistance? Gemstones are so rare that espers in Academy City like Shirai Kuroko doubt their existence, with an estimated number of about 50 in the entire world. The most famous gemstone is of course Sogita Gunher, who is the only known gemstone to be ranked level 5. While being ranked only number 7, he is also the strongest of all gemstones. Due to their rarity and nature, they are considered highly valuable assets across the world. During the Cold War, Academy City drafted a list of all known gemstones, with the USSR and the USA also following suit, with the motivation being that foreign agencies may be able to analyze gemstones and create their own Esper development programs. A scheme known as the Stargate Project was the US-led effort to develop Esper powers and weaponize them, in order to rival the scientific achievements of Academy City. While the project seemingly remained dormant after the fall of the Soviet Union, and due to the failures of being able to successfully produce espers like Academy City, it was later revived under the leadership of a man called George Kingdom, who had authority over the entire CIA. Under the new project, all gemstones across the world were captured to be used as research subjects, until Academy City noticed and intervened by sending the Misaka clones from the different Academy City institutions across the world to free the gemstones. This event also caught the attention of the magic side, specifically the failed magic god known as Olorus, who feared Academy City would invite the gemstones to the city to be used for experiments. Therefore, he invaded the city and defeated Sogita Gunher to send a warning message to Alistair, the leader of the science side. Gemstones do have somewhat of a connection to magic itself, which is what makes them so fascinating, as the gemstone Esper powers are noted to be completely different in their direction than more easily categorized abilities such as creating fire or electricity. Deep Blood, the mysterious ability of Himigami Isa, where her blood attracts and kills vampires, was revealed not to be the result of some magic curse, but actually is her gemstone power, which makes Himigami an Esper as opposed to a magician. But how the hell can it be an Esper power when it seemingly has nothing scientific about it and kills magical beings? Deep Blood isn't just the only ability that feels like it directly contradicts science. Sogita's Esper power completely defies logic and seemingly goes against even the basic laws behind how Esper powers should function. Speaking of Sogita, I promised I would make a video about his full arsenal of powers and how it works at 22k subs, so subscribe if you haven't already. The story about how the first gemstones came to be is a bit of a mystery so far. However, gemstones themselves are known to predate magic as a whole in the Toaru lore, as the universe at its foundation is a purely scientific physical space known as the Pure World. This was before the countless layers of reality overlapped the Pure World, known as the Phases, which were created by magic. So it was a goddamn long time ago, perhaps trillions of years ago. In the purely scientific world, there were some individuals who were deemed to be naturally talented, who could manipulate reality itself in different ways due to their environment and personal experiences. These were the very first Espers, known as the Gemstones. As a result, this grew jealousy from others, who eventually devised a way for those without talent or powers to compete and even overtake the power of the Gemstones by creating a unique set of rules, which was how magic was first created. This eventually led to the downfall of the natural science side in a magic-dominated world, which supposedly lasted for almost a countless number of years until Aleister Crowley betrayed magic to form the modern science side with the establishment of Academy City after World War II. The artificial Esper powers that followed were more refined and took more inspiration from advanced scientific theory, as Aleister wanted his Espers to deviate from magic due to despising the magic side with every fibre of his being, which perhaps explains why Academy City's Espers are so different to the Gemstones. So I believe the reason why gemstone powers are so similar to magic is because magic and science were once the same system, until they split apart, becoming distinct from one another. The magic system we are familiar with was created in response to the gemstones, therefore it was likely heavily inspired by it. And since Iwaz, the angel of the pure world, is a being made of scientific energy, and yet also is able to use powerful magic seamlessly, only proves the two are interconnected. Additionally, the magic gods also listed the gemstones as one of their targets, next to Toma and Aleister, proving that the gemstones are still viewed as important and perhaps a potential threat to those who have even mastered magic, which may explain why Olorus intervened to stop Aleister from capturing all gemstones, not only for humanitarian reasons, but also Academy City may be able to use them to their advantage as symbols of when science dominated the world. Toma's Imagine Breaker was also theorized by Kamikawa Seria to be a gemstone ability, due to him being an Esper, being born with the power, and it defying the logic of normal Esper powers. But this was based on an assumption without magical knowledge, as Toma's Imagine Breaker also has magic side roots, in addition to seemingly having a link to science side concepts such as the imaginary number school district. Therefore, Imagine Breaker is an anomaly, not classified as magic or science. It perhaps deserves its own category of power, distinct from both known sides. I hope you found this video interesting, and if you want to learn more about the Espers of the Toaru world, check out these videos on screen right now. And of course, thank you to my patrons who voted for this video on my Patreon.